Hi, welcome to the course Getting Started with Git. Git is a version control source repository. Using Git, we like developers can make changes to the code, commit it, push it into our local repository, give it what changes you have made, store it inside a local repository. Okay, when I call local repository, whether it can be a Windows PC or a Linux, you can create a new folder or a directory and you can call the command called git init, so that it creates a local repository in that folder itself. You can make changes to the code and it will automatically save all those changes, and you can every modification that you make is like a revision. You give related commands so that you can track back what are the changes done by whom. Say like you have a team of 10 developers working on a piece of code, and in 10 developers, each one makes some kind of changes, each one adds a new functionality and functionality to the code. You can merge all those changes and you can control which features you need and which you don't. And if something goes wrong with the new upgraded version or the update that you release, you can easily roll back to the previous version, so that you will be having a track of what are the changes that are done to the new version that way. Okay, so let's get started and let's try to install Git locally in a PC. Okay, to get GitHub, first thing that you need is go to git.scm.com. Once you are in this, I'm currently on Windows, so I'm downloading it for Windows. Download for Windows. It's defaultly taking 64-bit as my system is 64-bit, and hit download. Give it a few seconds for the download is complete, and I'll be coming back. Okay, welcome back. It's almost complete. Okay, it's completed. Now let us install it. Hit next. I just want to create an icon on my desktop. Hit next. Let it be Git. Okay, choose this one only. Use Git from Windows command prompt. Next. It's okay. Go with defaults. Next. You can untick this, but for now let's go with it. Next. It will take a few seconds for the installer to complete, and in the meanwhile we need PowerShell in Windows, which aid for doing code commit, code pipeline or code deploy. PowerShell is provided by AWS PowerShell. See, it's aws.amazon.com/PowerShell. Go there, click on AWS tools for Windows and get it. You can install it and you can use without using putty with this, but for now I have already downloaded it, so I'll cancel. Okay, now Git is completed. I don't want to see that. Finish. Okay, this is okay. Now that we have installed Git, let us see how we can work with it. For the example purpose, what I'll do is I'll try to go to G folder and create a new folder called GitHub. Okay, I did not speak about GitHub. GitHub is a private repository wherein most of the developers store their code. It's like a free repository wherein you can push your code, and it features and it provides many other features like that. Okay, now we have created a new directory, and let me create a new folder in it, and let me call sample app. Okay, now we are inside a folder. Let me click let me click on control and right click, open command window here. I have opened a command window here just to verify that git is installed or not. Type git. Okay, I'm able to see git, but for this tutorial we'll be needing git bash. It provides the support for Linux commands as well. Git bash here, open git bash here. See, it has opened git bash here. Now the first thing that we need to do after creating this is excuse me, it is not advisable to give any spaces between the folders. So what I'll do is quit out of this, come back, it can't, oh sorry. Okay, for now let me create a new folder, Control Shift N, new folder, hello app. Okay, the same thing, git here. Now that we have this, the first thing we need to do is call git init command. What this will do is convert this local directory into a local repository. See, initiated git repository in the name with .git. We can't see this .git unless we enable hidden files option. Go to view, I guess it will be here, hidden items. See, we are able to see now git. This contains all the required information. Okay, give me a second, I'll come back. Hi, for the sample purpose I have went and found this sample web page. We'll be using this in our example. I have downloaded it. Okay, I have downloaded the files. I'll copy them and I'll move to remote repository. Before doing that, I'll show you few commands. Okay, I'll make it larger enough. Okay, the first command we are going to learn is git init that I showed you. This is used for initializing a git repository locally. To know the status of the files changed or modified, we'll type git status status. See, it shows initial commit, nothing to commit, no files are added. Okay, now I'll hit paste. Okay, we basically added few files or created few files. Now I will run again git status status. See, now it shows a whole set of files. Okay, these all needs to be added. Means there are two steps in committing or pushing it into a remote repository. The first thing is you need to commit the changes done to the code into your local repository first. For doing that, you use git add followed by some file name. Say for example, what I will do, index.html. Now I added only that single file. To add all the files, now let me do git status status. When I do git status, see here it showed index.html. now here it's not showing index.html. Okay, now one of the shortcut to push all the changes is using git add dot. Okay, when you hit this, all the changes, all the modifications will be added to staging environment. Sorry, I didn't forget to explain about this. How git works is initially you make changes to the repository, and when you add these changes, this will be kept to another stage. It's called staging phase. In this staging phase, you can roll back any changes that you have done to the previous stage before you commit those changes to the repository with respect to comment or command. Now let me hit git status status git status. Now it shows you have created these many new files. You use commit so that you can commit those changes to your local repository, and it also shows git rm cached the file name to unstage it. Say for example you don't want that particular file to be changed, committed, then you can use this command git rm remove. Rm stands for remove cached file. These are all cached files. They are stored inside a cache folder in .git, git, the hidden folder, this one. Okay, now let's go and let's try to commit for the first time. Git commit commit. You need to give some message for this. Message is initial commit commit with no with default downloaded web pages. Okay, now I have given a command and I will hit done. Now it has committed to the local repository. Okay, now let me run get status status again. Now it shows nothing to commit and it's clear. Now this is basically how we do. We'll be looking into more git commands as we move down the line. For this specific thing, we'll be using code commit as our local repository, as a remote repository. Code commit is relatively very new repository provided by Amazon, which is currently being supported in only East 1 region, US East 1 region. It's a new feature made available by AWS, Amazon Web Services. Let's look into it in the next video. Thank you.